In 1980, MASH was the highest rated show on television, and Jimmy Carter was president, and I was a 19-year-old soldier stationed in South Korea. I was a part of the 2nd Infantry Division. The Warriors, we called ourselves. And our mission was to stop North Korean infiltration on the demilitarized zone. When we were not conducting combat ambush patrols in the demilitarized zone, we spent our off time not training down in the village. Now, we were a tight-knit group of guys, different religions, different races, different backgrounds, different ideologies, and even different body odors. We were tight. Tight enough where we would always have each other's back, and tight enough where 25 of us could take showers at the same time under 3 shower heads with our wet, naked bodies touching, and it didn't mean a thing at all. We were really tight. That is, until we went into the village. We called it the Ville. And everything that was not the village, that was not Korea, we called the world. So outside the world, when we would go to the village, the clubs and American-themed bars would cater to us in every possible way, selling all kinds of shoes, beverages, jackets, coats, hundreds of girls, cocktail waitresses, prostitutes they called them, with numbers on their uniforms. There were uniforms for different clubs. And these clubs were all designated by race and music. There was one club, me and my friend was standing outside of it, was called the Cowboy Club. And outside the club was just decked out with Confederate flags. And while we were standing out there, some of the girls at the door turned around and they looked at us and they said, "Hey, black guy no can come in. We don't have banjo for you to play." And the white guys standing outside the bar, they just laughed hysterically. And that pissed me off. But my friend was saying, "Hey man, don't worry about it. You know, in the village, race is our unit." Because he was taking me down for my first time. And as we walked down the village, you could see a whole assortment of American-themed bars. When something caught my attention in an alleyway, and I noticed there was a couple of guys from another unit beating the hell out of a white guy in our unit. So I immediately took the run and to jump in, and my friend grabbed me by the arm and he said, no, man. We don't get involved in the village. Race is our unit. So we continued to walk down to the remainder of the village, where the clubs started to change and they had more black-themed club, and there was one particular club called JJ's. And it was absolutely dedicated to the character in the TV sitcom Good Times, J.J. Walker. And it was a big mural of him outside. And all the girls in the club were either named Florida or Thelma Deasy. So I remember going up to the club and saying to the girl, "Hey, you don't look like Florida." And she said, "I do, and you know looking like a JJ." Well, I took that to be a compliment. Though all the time I spent in the village, all the different clubs that I saw, strange as it was, I still wanted to get back home. I wanted to get back to the world. And in many ways, the Koreans exaggerated, but knew our world better than we did.